What's poppin' with the population? This is a quick episode of Durag with the Cape Road. It's your boy, me, Dre. This is a quick episode. I just wanted to say that power is for the weak. When people are doing everything in their quote unquote power to keep control over other people and things, there's something seriously wrong with them. Like someone like Nancy Pelosi, who you have protesters telling her, hey, you need to, say a ceasefire, call for a ceasefire. All of the rhetoric that's been kicking since forever about what's going on in Israel and Gaza. And she like, nah, go back to China, is what she said to some.
Most of your constituents want stop the genocide, stop the Holocaust.
The Democrats want the ceasefire. The Democrats want the ceasefire. The Democrats want the ceasefire. I have no connection with
people. Then she said, those people wanting a ceasefire are those really Russian, support, that's Russia telling them to do that?
Let's address that. But for them to call for a ceasefire is Mr. Putin's message. Mr. Putin's message. Make no mistake, this is directly connected to what he would like to see. Same thing with Ukraine. It's about Putin's
message. What? Huh? And then, what? Like, I say that power is for the weak because the reason why all of these politicians in America won't say anything that is to the contrary of anything that the state of Israel, that the IDF, the military, their military, and Netanyahu and his cabinet of psychopaths. The reason that they won't say anything to them is because you have organizations like APEC. There's a few Israeli-run organizations that give money to politicians in America. And what's actually funny is JFK, a little bit before he was assassinated, one of the things he talked about was APEC needing to, identify as foreign money, like a foreign entity and whatnot. And that's why there's a conspiracy that Israel had him assassinated, because he also was scrambling, wanting them to get rid of or do something about their nuclear proliferation projects and whatnot. And that's because, JFK was the president through the Bay of Pigs and the Cuban Missile Crisis. So he was very paranoid about everybody getting blown up. So he was just yo, all these other countries, y'all need to chill on y'all nuclear proliferation, blah, 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 and the third. Israel was yeah, no. And then not too long after that, he died. And so there's speculation that they had him killed, along with along with our own U.S. government having him killed, because supposedly he wanted to bring back the gold standard, and then the mob having him killed because supposedly his dad or whatever, they helped him. The JFK's dad asked a favor from the mafia to get JFK elected in local elections, and then that favor was never returned, and yada, yada, yada. There's a bunch of stuff. I'm going on a tangent. You can look that up. Honestly, look it up with a fine-tooth comb, because there's a lot of, like I said, conspiracy stuff. So it can get weird, bro, and you'll be and if you don't use your ability to use discernment and critical thinking, you might think there was 17 people in the marsh or whatever. You might think there were other people shooting him that day, even though they've shown that the shooter couldn't have shot him from where he shot him from, supposedly. Listen, I'm saying a lot about JFK, and I don't even care that much about that. I just wanted to talk about Nancy Pelosi being trash, the rest of these politicians being trash, and them just really caring about money and power, and the fact that they are only supporting what Netanyahu and his cabinet of psychopaths are doing, because those same cabinet of psychopaths are funded by and closely connected to the money that funds the politicians that are here. And like this is no different than like USS Liberty that happened during the 6-Day War. That was in like the 60s or whatever. When did the 6-Day War happen? Was it the 60s? I think it was the early 60s. Yeah, because it was Lyndon B. Johnson. Yeah, so it was after JFK got assassinated.
Throughout the attack, the ship flies the Stars and Stripes, the flag of Israel's closest ally, the United States of America. Its name, the USS Liberty, is freshly painted on its stern, and the bow carries the distinctive numbers of an American naval vessel.
Out of a crew of just under 300, there were 34 killed and 172 injured in varying degrees.
If you don't know about the USS Liberty, you can look that up. That is not a conspiracy. That actually happened. It was a U.S. naval spy ship that was on the waters during the 6-Day War, spying, trying to make sure stuff wasn't going to get weird. Israeli fighter jets spotted the ship, identified that the ship was an American ship, identified that the Americans are allies, and then proceeded to bombard it with bullets and missiles and whatnot, killing so many people. But when that
the first rescue helicopter to reach the USS Liberty on the morning of June 9th. We had flown from the USS America. When we arrived at the ship that morning, there was no place to land. The ship was so destroyed that we had to hover at 25 feet and bring wounded up on the...
Happened, like Israel, you know, Lyndon B. Johnson was going to say something like, yo, that's wild that Israel did that. And then Israel was like, yo, you like being president? Like the APEC and all of the foreign money that funds American politics. Like, you like being president? He was like, yeah. And then it's like, yeah, so shut up. So that's why he shut up. But there's still men alive to this day that were victims of what happened on the USS Liberty. So understand that power is for the weak. This doesn't just tie into what's going on with what the Israeli government is doing to the people of Gaza and their own citizens in Israel and the people of the West Bank and just the people of Yemen, all these other places. This ties into all of the power structure. Like, they need you to keep this going. They need monies. So like when it comes to all this craziness going on in Gaza right now, and you have Nancy Pelosi saying that people wanting a ceasefire for Russia and whatever, is because she can't say the thing of like, let's stop this, because she still wants to keep her seat in Congress. And also she still wants to get money because like she also does a lot of insider trading, allegedly. But come on. Like, and she also was the person that fought against a House bill, if I'm not mistaken, that was going to stop politicians from being able to like openly basically play the market while they're in Congress. Like, you can't do that because it doesn't make any sense, because it's kind of wild that a lot of people who are in Congress who are making crazy money also deal with bills in regards to the same sectors that they invest in. But you know, again, you got to be careful when you go on these information treks and whatnot, because you can end up in a rabbit hole that'll make you feel like you're going insane. And just realize that these people just is trying to get money. They don't care about nothing else but money. It's really weird because like, I mean, I don't think you can take it with you. I haven't died. I mean, I've died in like a car accident. Like, I died and came back. Like, I've been at near death moments. I've had moments, but I don't remember being able to like go to the bank. Like, when I almost died in a car accident or whatever, all I remember is a black hand that looked like the cosmos reaching out at me and my body feeling very warm. and it being one of the greatest feelings I've ever had in my life. And then my friend was like, Andre, you awake? And you alive? And I'm like, yeah. And he was like, mind getting off me? Pause. Well, he didn't say pause. I'm saying pause. It's because it was a car accident. Car flipped over. Had to kick the window over, but opened it for us to climb out. So I was like on top of him as he was like on the bottom of me. And then the other window was like obviously in his way, and he couldn't go that way because that was window and earth. And I'm here where it's window and like outside. But I say all that to say, like, yeah, bro, like people really care about money a lot. So I understand power is for the weak. Like if you want to dominate other people outside of sport, because this is fun and games. But if you want to take over, like, and you want to be a leader, it's really weird. Like, and I'm not talking about for families, because family and being the head of the household, that's something that you have to do to make sure that your family is fine. That's not necessary. That's not competition, so to speak. But like when you want to like rule, there's something wrong with you. And a lot of these people want to like rule, and there's something really wrong with them. Like Nancy Pelosi is a jackass. All of them are. On both sides of the aisle. They suck. Make sure you do Durag roll. All right, peace.